In the roaring commodity exchanges of 1950s Chicago, where fortunes were made and lost with a shout, two unlikely partners met over coffee. Sam Siegel, a smooth-talking trader from New York with a grin that could charm birds from trees, shook hands with Vincent Kasuga, a rough-handed onion farmer from Pine Island who knew every secret of the soil. Onions weren't just vegetables in 1955. They were golden opportunities. Farmers grew them by the millions, and traders bet fortunes on their future prices. "Why settle for trading when we could own it all?" Vincent whispered, his eyes gleaming. Sam's smile widened. "Let's corner the market, partner." Like pirates hoarding treasure, they began their grand scheme. Secretly, quietly, relentlessly, they bought every onion and futures contract they could find. Train cars rolled in from every direction. Warehouses filled to bursting. Soon, they controlled an astounding 98% of Chicago's onion supply, 30 million pounds of pungent power. As they bought and bought, prices soared like rockets. Onions jumped from 75 cents to $2.75 per bag. Farmers across America celebrated, planting onions in every spare inch of soil. "We're rich!" they cheered, not knowing they were dancing into a trap set by the Onion Kings. But then came the twist. Having driven prices sky high, Sam and Vincent flipped their strategy like pancake artists. They began short selling, betting that prices would crash. To guarantee their prophecy, they prepared to unleash their mountain of hoarded onions upon the unsuspecting market. The flood began on a Monday morning. Truck after truck rolled into Chicago's markets, each one loaded with onions. The avalanche was unstoppable. Prices didn't just fall, they crashed through the floor, from $2.75 to 10 cents per bag, less than the cost of the burlap that held them. Chaos erupted across the nation. Farmers who had borrowed money to plant more onions watched their dreams rot in the fields. Banks foreclosed on loans. In New York, housewives couldn't find onions in stores, despite the glut. The distribution system had collapsed under the weight of manipulation. The newspapers had a field day with headlines that wrote themselves. "Onion Kings Make America Cry," and "The Great Onion Swindle." The story spread faster than the smell of rotting onions, which was now wafting through Chicago's streets as millions of pounds went bad. Vincent, ever the innovative farmer, tried to salvage something from the disaster. "Let's feed them to the cattle," he declared. But even cows have standards. The animals took one sniff and staged their own rebellion, breaking through fences to escape the overwhelming stench of onion mountains. Congress couldn't ignore the stink, both literal and figurative. Gerald Ford, then a Michigan congressman and future president, demanded action. Sam and Vincent were summoned to Washington to explain themselves before a committee of very unamused senators. The hearings turned into a circus worthy of P.T. Barnum. One farmer testified with tears streaming down his face. "These men turned my life's work into garbage." The committee revealed how the duo had used fake companies and insider schemes to pull off their vegetable vaudeville act. In a moment of misguided humor, Vincent offered the committee members fresh onions as souvenirs of American ingenuity. The room erupted in nervous laughter, but the senators were not amused. "This is no laughing matter, Mr. Kasuga," thundered the committee chairman. The committee uncovered the full scope of the comedy. Onion truck traffic jams stretching for miles, armies of rats attracted to rotting piles, and even a black market where desperate restaurants paid premium prices for clean onions, untainted by the scandal. In 1958, Congress passed the Onion Futures Act, the first and only law banning futures trading on a specific vegetable. Onions are officially too dangerous for Wall Street, lawmakers declared. The humble onion had achieved what no other commodity could, its own personal federal law. Sam and Vincent paid their fines but kept their fortunes. Vincent retired to his farm, presumably to grow something less controversial. Sam moved on to other ventures, his smile intact. They had played the system, broke it, and walked away as the infamous onion kings of American history. The Great Onion Corner became legend in business schools and bars alike. Professors use it to teach market manipulation, comedians mine it for jokes, and farmers still shake their heads at the mention. It proved that in America, even a simple onion could rewrite laws, topple fortunes, and remind us that sometimes the most outrageous stories are absolutely true.